Hmm. So, gambling and remaking our character. If we're gonna gamble, we need to gamble it now. Later on, it won't make any kind of difference. I mean, not even potentially. Now or never. I don't think it matters where we gamble. Smith here sells
Blessings to you.
socketed items from time to time. New socket weapon. Strength 48. We... No. I'm thinking this from the perspective of runes. I don't really care about the weapon though. Yeah, we can probably put some kind of a damage increase on this. But. Fast attack speed too. So 6 to 19, 7 to 15. Has some bonuses against undead, but that's pretty much it. Damage is because this already has a 30% enhanced damage. So maybe we could just take a broadsword and change it. Doesn't have to be the best weapon ever. Just something. And, I mean, we have this. Armor. We want to go with have something heavier. If we don't, we'll drop strength. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. So maybe I'll keep it. What is it? 51? We don't need 51. 47 is more than enough for what we're gonna do. Yep, 48 actually. I don't feel like there's a huge need for energy or vitality. So 48, right. Just making sure everything works at 48. Right. 48 it is. We could squeeze it down. I don't think
The order
we're okay
welcomes
with it.
you.
Can't use any equipment. Right. No dexterity. Definitely need energy and vitality. Here's the thing. There are 43 stats points remaining, and I'm okay with our life in that. If we're not going to use the more powerful magical abilities. Again, the abilities are just fine. There's nothing wrong with the abilities, but I don't want to go into close range. I'm perfectly happy just staying in the rear and supporting my summoned creatures. I don't want to. There's a wrong style of abilities for me. We well, we can leave with have to spend every stat point now. Right. This is the more important one anyway. Want the Heart of Wolverine. Oak Sage would provide. Yeah, we want the attack and damage bonus. It's fairly important. And we have the bear. I don't really care about the binds, but they're not terrible either. And we want all the wolves. It is plus 25% to attack, so if you ignore it, you're going to suffer on the attack front quite a bit. Summon a vine that eats corpses and replenishes your life. We'd also put 20 points in Poison Creeper. Spirit of Barbs. Reflect damage. It's not horrible, but I don't see that working too much. Our lesser involvement in the direwolf skill means we have about 100 less health. Damage is also significantly weaker. So I don't think direwolves are anything other than basically a distraction. We don't need to put more points there. Well, I want the volcano. I have to take everything up until that point. Volcano is our boss killing ability, basically. The summons have never performed all that well against that. Well, really anything. However, I don't know, or rather remember, what Baal is like as a boss. It's not like a Diablo type. He might be very tough and has tricks up his sleeve, but it's still gonna be of different nature. I would imagine that Volcano will be a very good ability there. I'm not sure if I should ignore the Fissure. I mean, we are using it constantly, and it does provide a damage bonus to Volcano too. But a direct point spent here is gonna be a bigger boost. Okay. Again, we don't have to spend every point now, but god damn it. The exact balance of skills is a hard thing to decide on. In fact, I'd like more skills in Spirit Wolf rather than the Dire Wolf. Dire Wolf just provides health, and the bear already has a huge amount of health. Attack and defense, or damage and attack. It's just that we haven't relied on these abilities to kill anything for a while. At the same time, whose fault is that really? Now we have the damage abilities. We already had a minor boost, but we're not really using it. Okay, we are... I just don't like fissuring anymore. It's just fine, that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with the ability, I've just done it so much that I want to do something else. I suppose we could go more in with the Heart of Wolverine. They'll boost everything. But that's sort of the problem. If you want to focus on something individually, it's better to just put your points there. That way we would get very heavy tanks that aren't particularly damaging. At the same time, they're damaging enough to see us through. They've always been that. Volcano is totally worthless outside boss fights, but in boss fights it's the best thing ever. So, while summon creatures have been so pathetic, still necessary to buy us time, and I don't see how the bear can be a replacement for that. This is 20 mana, this is 40. They also have more than double the health though. Like 6 times the health. Damage about 3 times. Suppose we could go full with the bear. So hold back at least some points. Basically see how the bear handles things on its own, and then react accordingly. See where the weaknesses are and try to patch them up. I think I'll take the carrion vine. It's a free healing you get. Cleans up corpses. And I do want the volcano. I think I won't be putting extra points in Fissure anymore. But we can't really rely on volcano too much either. So do I need to boost the damage capabilities of the Grizzly then? Either way, I'm putting a couple points in volcano. Damage increase from soon will be about 10%. Might be better basically to invest in something else to increase the damage. Right, so we are 11 points unused. If we are gonna rely more on volcano, we're gonna need more energy. $250. When shit hits the fan, we do a lot of casting. Volcanoes, summons. And we have 200 points of life, over 200 points. That's a respectable amount, especially for someone who isn't on the front line. So I'm going fully mana there. 277. 11 points unused. That's too much. Still, I'd like the Grizzlies and the Firewolves. So Grizzly, Direwolf, no, let's go Direwolf, Grizzly. Spirits, carrying mine. Put Tom Portal here too. Alright. Yep. go full in with the volcano. The problem there is, I think that would make item with magical power. Didn't I already do this? No, yes, no. Apparently no.
Greetings.
Forgotten this whole thing apparently. Fine, fine, fine. And I can also add sockets to a item. It has to be weapon, helmet, armor, shield. We need a new pair of gloves. We need a new belt. We need rings. I think we have rings. I just haven't been using them. Could use a little bit of lightning resistance and cold resistance. I'm sort of thinking maybe even add sockets to this, because it has the cannot be frozen thing, and that tends to be great. But it's probably going to add like a socket to it. So what good will that do? We can get some mana regeneration going, but we'll have to give up the cast rates and faster running speeds and everything. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I want to replace the shield. We'll use the Ral or Tal combination. It basically does the same thing that this does, except at a higher level, so all resistances will be increased. It will be higher than what this shield has. That should get our resistances to maximum. But we need a shield to do that. Three socket shield. Helmet is sort of shit, but let's gamble away.
Good day.
Good day. What are we gambling? We want belts and bucklers, I suppose. I don't think we even care about that anymore, because we want the shield. It allows us to reach maximum resistances. So basically we would be gambling on a belt. We can add, we probably should add the runes here. Okay. I'm not sure if it's any good. Tier. We're not gonna get a second chance at this, but at the same time, I don't really give a crap. Strength. 48% enhanced damage, plus 3 to attack rating, 7% life stolen per hit, 25% chance of crushing blow, plus 20 to strength, plus 10 to vitality, plus 2 to mana after each kill. So it's not terrible. I have no use for you. Plus 20 strength would have been nice to know beforehand. Certainly wouldn't have to raise our strength quite so high as we did. But whatever. Anything else but belts? I suppose we could try to gamble on certain gloves too now. We certainly have the strength for it. So gauntlets, that sort of stuff. I'm perfectly happy with the boots. You're not gonna get some kind of suck-at-it item out of this. So, gloves and boots. This has 14 defense and better chance of getting magical items. This has 13 defense, plus 1 to javelin and spear skills, Amazon only, plus 10% increased attack speed, 39% enhanced defense, plus 3 dexterity, poison resist, 23%, level 1 weaken, 22 charges. Interesting item, but no. Could have gotten a better price out of it somewhere else, but again, no. We would have the strength for a better sword now. How about a bone shield? Who sells bone shields? I mean, it's comparable to the kite shield. Not you, but probably because this is too early.
Good to see you again.
Maybe too late at this point. Everything starts to be magical. So the Loot Lane seems to be a good place for this suck-at-it item. Yeah, superior bone shield with 2 sockets. We only need something with 3 sockets. The defense is comparable with this.
Greetings.
Ratings. Please give me something to gamble on. No gauntlets, no wrong belts. 16% better chance of getting magical items. I buy bucklers. I'm not gonna use it anyway though. We don't have to spend all our cash. We still have over 1 million. Half freeze duration, cold resist. Well, it's better than this. Sort of. The half freeze duration. Sometimes the game just wants to make things hard for you. 80% extra gold, attack rating. I don't think the leather gloves are gonna be great, but we could get lucky and get basically an elite version of it, something like that. Self-repairing gloves. Classic. Well, our helmet isn't exactly great either. Now that strength isn't a consideration, we could try to gamble on those too. Self-repairing belts. Fire resistance gauntlets. We already have that at maximum. How about a crown? How good is a crown? Trying to get rid of money anyway. It's no good. We need to save some money for the socketed items, but we can still gamble a huge amount. We could use plated belt, but we're interested in trying to find the other part of that. Yeah, chances are pretty goddamn slim that we'll ever do, but better chance of getting magical items. What's time to light? How about a socketed helm? Maybe I should just start buying helms too. Plus 22 to mana based on character level. Nova when struck, enhanced defense. Particularly care. At least this way we can burn some money. Plus 1 to dexterity, plus 2 to dexterity. Enhanced defense, poison length reduced. I don't really care about the defense value, so I'm not sure why bother buying the most expensive crap. Probably because I want to get rid of this shit. 60% extra gold. Oh, I could buy rings too, I suppose. That's a good way to burn money. Lightning resist. Level 1 dim vision. I'm getting rid of that. Plus 55 to mana. Holy shit. 332. Oh. Can't expect something like that. That's quite a lot of points. Like 5 or 6 level ups devoted entirely to energy. %, extra gold. Well. Half freeze duration, defense 9, defense 14. Half freeze duration, 7% better chance of getting magic items, plus 2 light radius self-repairing. So this is higher. For fuck's sakes. Plus higher defense value, lesser resistances. I don't care. I think we're going to have massive resistances anyway, probably full on everything. That's not really going to be much of a consideration. If anything, plus 36 life. It's a lot of life. I'll save that. We've gambled about 300,000, I suppose. Two sockets, faster hit recovery. Well, this basically has nothing. This has higher defense value, and we could easily get everything that's here. That's helmet. I look like an idiot though. What am I looking for? Was a belt and more gauntlets? Extra gold. extra gold. I think I'll settle for maybe 500,000. Stop at that point because this is taking forever. Better chance of getting magical items. I'm going to have to exit the game and come back. Basically to get the 3-socket shield. Doesn't particularly matter what type it is. But it's the key to everything. Yeah, we've seriously reduced our resistances because of our choices, so actually could I do that first? Basically after that we know what we want to pick. You're the one who has them. Right. Has to be 3 sockets, otherwise we can't do anything with it. Also, that's pretty much all it can have. If it's some kind of weird magical thing, that it won't work. Three-socket large shield. It's a weaker defense one, but that hardly matters. Good to see if we have other option though. I'll take what I can get. Defense value is pretty relevant. The terrible shield though. Okay. Ral or Tal. Cold resist, lightning resist, fire resist, poison resist, over 40 in all. Right. $73, $75, $72, $75. But we don't need anything extra. Let's take a look. Our gloves are not good. I'm not really liking our amulet anyway. 29 to mana is nice, but 55 to mana is much better. And with a half decent amulet we can get our resistances to full or something much more useful. So I think I'll start buying amulets and gloves. Half breeze duration is nice, but that's the only thing this has. Probably should just buy the amulet. What amulets do I have? Did I store anything? I might have stored one old ring or something like that. Right, so no amulets. Yeah, amulets, always there's an amulet for you to buy. Very expensive, that's a good way to spend our money. Have free storage. Your chance of getting magical items. Fall resistance is 4, magic damage reduced by 2. I'll take that. That's full resistances and magic damage reduced. Not great, but well, it's not great. 75, 75, 75. I keep buying amulets. Poison range reduced by 75. No, whatever. I'm gonna leave a couple of 100,000 for myself. Trying to get gloves. +1 to javelin and spear skills. How important is that lightning resist belt? Need 20. Well, it's pretty important. Shit. Cold resist. And we can put things on the helmet. Forgot about that. What exactly can we dump there? This? Okay. Okay, we wasted enough of our gold. Or what are we gonna do with the helmet? Probably carve skulls in there. Regenerate mana, 12%. Replenish life, 3. Anything better? We could get resistances that we don't need. Regenerate mana. Mana after each skill. Light radius. 15% damage goes to mana. No. Lightning defense. Regenerate mana. Maybe. Would there be a easy target for us to take down that would probably drops jewelry? I don't know. This isn't a bad item to add anyway. It's almost as good as the rune, and it has a replenished life in addition to that. So it's a fine item to add. And mana recovery rate increase. Mana recovery rate increase. And I guess I don't have any weaknesses. I could patch those. It will allow me to use something else. basically like a good decent build instead of this lightning resist build. We could add a lightning resistance rune or a decent ring, although we don't really have great rings. I severely dislike the build. It has low defense and a singular resistance. I'll leave that empty for now and go gamble on builds. See what we can find. $22 to life, 36 to life. What a plated bell. Some kind of serious belt. It allows extra self-repairing belt. Extra raw potions. Enhanced defense. No, that's no good. It's like the least important thing possible for us. It doesn't have to be the perfect thing, but at least give me something. Well, the sash could be valuable, but we would have to be very, very, very lucky for that to be the case. Life, lightning resist, fire resist. Has more defense, it has bonus to life, it has lightning resist and fire resist. Does it do anything for us? Lightning resist dropped a little bit. Slightly better. I'm gambling a few extra belts. Not sure why I'm buying these shitty belts. I'm not getting the set item. Chances of that happening is so remote. Okay, faster hit recovery, maximum stamina, lightning resist, poison resist. It's almost as good as this. But we don't really give a shit about the resists. Yeah. I'm gonna end this soon. We're gonna have the equipment we have. Durability, yeah. Self-repairing belt. Best kind of belt, really. Wonder if I can imbue a belt. I mean, why not? Would be a yellow belt. Potion capacity is, I suppose, the one thing I do care about. But oh, well, they're not all magical. Here's the smith and the mercenary leader here.
I'm surprised you made it back on.
And my worry is that you can only buy magical stuff from guys like these, so we can never buy a normal good belt. Always some kind of enchantment on it, making it impossible to imbue.
Truth be told.
And you don't even have that type of stuff. Sort of forgotten what these sell.
Hail to you, champion.
Mechanics Gothic Blade of Stability. This would be 18 to Vitality. At the expense of losing resistances. That we can easily replace, so we'll get the lightning resistances back by adding a rune to the helmet. Court. Lightning resist 30%. It's not pretty, but all resistances are at maximum. I have close to 300 life, 300 mana. But the only problem is that we haven't really spent all our points. I'm gonna go to the expansion and fight a little bit. I'm not gonna fight in any new areas. Just need to get a little bit of a better idea what's happening with this. You could get more gear from me, but I don't care. Amazing how that works. I mean, he stays out of the fight and just spams. He could use some resistances, but I don't think he really needs anything. Use a new pair of gloves too. Well, it's not like we are not gonna get more money. If we get a little bit of extra experience with this, that hardly matters. We don't have this. We don't have the. We don't have the Cyclone Shield, which doesn't matter in the slightest, but I think my companion is gonna murder everything. Let's see. Bear has knockback. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I mean, if we're going to raise a volcano under someone's ass, we probably don't want the bear to go and knock him out of that position. I doubt he can knock back anything serious though. They're handling themselves just fine. Maybe I should try a boss. That's my worry. How can I deal with a boss with a single bear? Has to be fairly serious boss. Probably not Diablo. Grounds of Hate. Sure, it's good enough of a test. The wolves managed to keep him totally incapable of moving. And I just spammed Volcano on him and he went down. Can the bear do the same? Can the bear do better? We should have a few lesser bosses here too. The bear doesn't give a shit. It should end at this point against enemies of this level, but that's not proof of anything. That's better. Bear doesn't give a shit about your landing enchantment. I guess he has high resistances too. Our mana recovery rate is respectable at this point. And the bear is gonna eat him alive. But nothing wrong with the bear. It's a bit different to fight with the bear, but against trash, I guess the only real negative is that it might not draw aggro away from me quite in the same way that multiple direwolves do. That's it. But it could be a problematic thing. We do have a lot of maneuverability and movement speed here though, so I'm not too concerned about that. Bear's taking quite a lot of damage. Also, it's not moving anywhere.
My brothers have escaped you.
Bear is powerful, but Pizzo is kicking the bear's ass quite easily. At the same time, the bear is slaughtering it. Definitely don't need any help from volcanoes. It's sturdy enough. It can do the same job. Right. Cropped crap. And this is a fairly weak bear. It's nowhere nearly as powerful as it is. I have to spend more points on it. However, I'm not sure if it makes a huge amount of difference. I mean, Mephisto just slaughtered the bear when he truly attacked him. Most of his life could be swiped away with a single attack.
Greetings.
And we're looking at the bear has 1,300. If we invest heavily in the direwolf, it's like 1,800. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's not like I'm going to be able to make him immune to almost instant death. At the same time, what would we gain if we put, let's say, the rest of the 11 points in the volcano? Okay, it'll come more damage. Might even double in the damage it does. How would that fundamentally change how we fight something? I don't see a difference. None at all. So the big problem is rather if I don't start keep using Fisher, then what the hell am I gonna do? If I have a single bear, am I just gonna sit there doing nothing? Raise a volcano here and there? Okay, that's fine, but then we need to go full in with something. That's not necessarily a bad idea at all.
Good day.
As well, we'll go to the actor where they pay me the most. So we can gamble
What do you
again.
need?
Lightning resistance, 18%. Will allow us to ditch again something. The amulet's sort of starting to look weak now. Okay, 25,000 plus 3 vengeance. Attack rating is strength. Attack rating is strength. 18% lightning resistance is not bad. And the need to gather up new equipment goes down constantly. So we might as well use the inventory on just getting more crap. Fire resistance goes from 75 to 73, that's pretty much the only difference with the amulet. So I suppose we could keep buying new amulets. Amulets and gloves. We want to add a socket somewhere here. Everything already has sockets, so we can. I think the unique item we have in storage is the perfect candidate. But this would be... we could basically make this more useful and have the freezing immunity. One socket and we would basically add some kind of mana regeneration to, and probably the same still. Maximum cold resist would go up. So cold resist 90%, cannot be frozen. Faster cast rate. Could that be a useful thing? You already have 25% faster. I'm not sure how it affects the cooldowns. Is it just gonna cut the butt 25%? I guess it's not that important. So, if investing in volcano doesn't fundamentally change anything with us, we're gonna invest in summoning. Can't get more grisly damage. We get a level up, we're gonna another point, and we're gonna put it in grisly. So, how can we improve upon things? Having a little bit more life would be nice, but this is the Heart of Wolverine is the only way we can really improve our damage. Problem is, in every kind of top fight, this is one of the first things that get killed. At the same time, it would be quite a bit more durable if I had points in here. I mean, the Grizzly be a bit more durable would be nice, yes. So, $1,625. We want more attack rating. It's already increased by 150%, and I have no idea what it is. It pisses me off. But I think damage is a bigger problem. And there's no way we can massively increase on it, except leveling up. About more volcano. Okay, Heart of Wolverine. Maybe we can increase this a little bit. The fact that it would also make the spirit a little bit more durable would be nice. It's a 7% increase in attack rating and damage. Provides 20% increase in damage now, so that's not much. About 8 points of extra minimum damage. Still, 20% is 20%. It gets about, what, 34 points of extra life. Mana cost keeps going up. I don't want to put too many points in here, but that's 35. It's about 50% extra attack and damage. I'd like to raise the attack rating to 200%. That's defense plus 110%. That's higher than it was previously. So I want the bear to hit when it tries to hit. And I suppose we can give him a little bit extra life. But at the same time, I sort of want the volcano bit to be better. Heart of Wolverine, durability for the Wolverine spirits, and extra damage. Or just 25% extra life. Again, we could go for the 200% mark. We're really going all out on this summoning then. With Volcano. We're gonna basically spam Volcano almost constantly. I can't do much else. Or do I want to improve upon Fisher? It gets improved quite a bit, but I'm not doing Fisher. I might pay from that, but god damn it, I'll pay for it. For the volcano, I'll keep the 2 points just in case I notice something that I want to fix. But more heavily offensive focused summoning strategy this time. We could still use fairly capable direwolves if we feel like it. But I think we're gonna go with the bear. Let's test things out again. I'm gonna kill the army general. See how that goes. We're attracting quite a bit of attention. That was always the worry. I have enough regeneration to use this effectively, I mean without constantly having to worry about things. The bear is certainly pushing it away from the volcano. No doubt about that, but it didn't do that with the half boss. That was the important part. That's already been tested. Serpent skin armor. Something. Gothic shield. Two-socket shield. The fissure makes a lot more sense in these situations. It just does. I'm being stubborn about it. It's the better spell to use. Well, we are getting bonus damage from the volcano, and the fissure also contributes to the damage of the volcano, so they benefit each other. But I think it's just a stupid thing to do to not use the fissure. We can switch between it, that's just fine, but okay, 22, 22, 22. Still the same. Fire damage increases, right. Molten Boulder increases the normal damage. Volcano increases the fire damage. Right. But here the damage increase is substantial. So we're now at the same level we were, at least on the fissure. And I guess I'll save the one skill point. I think I'll be putting all future skill points to Guri's sleep. That's pretty much it. Maybe put another point in fissure or volcano. But summoning wise, all extra skill points will be here. It just provides the biggest damage increase. That's it. There's no other reason. Right. I think that's enough for our character reimagining.
Stay a while and listen.
It's basically the same.
Afternoon.
A lot of damage. Attack rating bonuses, fire resistance. 113 leather armor. Still value 25,000. Plus 5 to life. Seriously? What do you have? 75. Fire resist. Actually, I like the fire resist quite a bit. Raises it to maximum for this guy. And we had new gloves and an amulet that we needed. I suppose new gloves mostly, and that'll be it. They'll be good enough.
Hmm.
The build is good enough. So mere gauntlet. Anything will do. Game is being stubborn. Maximum stamina increase. Wonder how that works. Put on your gloves and your endurance increases. Better chance of getting magical light. Right. Ending it here. Do we need this lightning resist one? No. Except if we want to switch something out. No, I don't think so. Do we have some room in our stash? I mean, we should have some extra room. Then it's just at the cost of just inventory space. That's the thing. It's not. Doesn't matter all that much anymore. The only reason I'm not sucketing the Hawkveil now is that I might find something better. I don't think I will, but this it cannot be frozen is not something I currently want to use. Why even put it on? Right. Well, I wouldn't say our reimagining of the character is totally a waste. We saved quite a lot of points and we are much more focused. We know what works. Volcano is good against bosses. Fisher is perfect as a support against masses of trash. And I suppose Grizzly is better. With one downside, doesn't manage the enemy aggression quite as well, but combat wise, it's still nice. At the same time, summon direwolves at least keeps the opponent still, while summon Grizzly just jerks it all over the place, ruins my volcanoes. At the same time, I'm more than willing to use fishers here and there. I just prefer to try to use something else. Extra damage, extra attack, no. I sort of think Grizzly and maybe Volcano at this point. By the way, we need 800,000 experience points to get a single level up at this point, so about level 33, 34 might be the maximum we are gonna get. That's a little bit of extra damage for the Grizzly and that's pretty much it.